First off, it's all about the you. Before we get started, I want to make a couple comments. I will start the 12-part video series of our 2010 opponents on Friday, August 6th, a day after we start fall practice. And it'll be 12 opponents in 12 days, so look a video a day, so look for that to come probably next week. So look for the first one on FAMU to be out on Friday, August 6th. Once the live previews begin, once the game previews start, that'll be live on Ustream. So I'll be live again on Ustream previewing the opponents every. For a Saturday game, it'll be on Wednesday, and of course wrap-ups on Sunday morning after the game. So, but in the case of FAMU, and Pitt, since they are Thursday night games, the previews of those opponents will be on a Monday, and the wrap-up will be on Friday morning. So just want to make two notes on that. Game previews and reviews this season will be again on Ustream. It won't be on YouTube. The 12 opponents in 12 days will be on YouTube, so look for that. The first one, like I said, on Friday, August 6th. That said, now let's get on to the recruiting report for ending July 31st. A couple of notes you want to look at. I don't think we need a running back in this class. We're just so loaded there with James, Storm, Lamar Miller, Damian Berry, Coop if he comes back. I think James Wilder's going Florida. Don't think though it could be Athens or Tallahassee. Namely, that'd be Georgia and Florida State respectively in the hunt. But that's really in the end Florida's to lose there. Savon Huggins, we made the cut for his 10. You know, Penn State, Notre Dame, Georgia, Rutgers, Pitt's probably in there. But you got to think the favorites are Penn State, Rutgers, and Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's making a real strong push. Notre Dame's likely out because they already got a running back in the class just this week. So I got to think Huggins. I think will end up. I think he stays home. He's been wanting to do that. I think Rutgers will be the team that ends up with Huggins. Though Penn State and Pitt are gonna make very strong pushes. But I think Savon Huggins goes Rutgers in the end. At the wide receiver position, I still think we're going to get Benjamin. Sammy Watkins is one that can go either way. I mean, Sammy Watkins, you know, he has us and Clemson there. Though Clemson's in the lead, but you know right now, Florida's making a strong push because remember, they have his brother who he signed this past year. So watch Florida. I still think in the end, Sammy Watkins is going to go to Florida. I really believe that. I think we're not going to get Watkins. I still think he goes Florida there. We lead for Shane Wynn, who will probably be a receiver for us, and we take one away from Sweatervest in Columbus, which that's been anytime you can take one from Glenview, that's a pipeline school for Ohio State. That's huge. I mean, we take one away from Ohio State and Wynn, who's a 4-star player, is just enormous. Can't tell you how big that is. DeVaris Daniels, you know, we're in the hunt for him, but most likely he goes Notre Dame. And George Farmer from California most likely goes SC. You know, we're in the hunt for him too, but SC or UCLA get him. Nick O'Leary, the tight end from Dwyer. According to a source I know that's very close to him and the school there, it's good. It's a it's us FSU battle there. Gotta think in the end, I think we will probably get Nick O'Leary. But if we do not get Nick O'Leary and he goes to Florida State, our attention will turn fully to Brandon Fultz. He's from Fort Meade. He's very interested in us, so we just got to keep an eye. He likes Auburn, of course, and FSU. They'll be the favorites, so we'll get one or the other this year. So we're pretty much set at tight end. Offensive tackle, we probably don't need, but if we were to get one, the two I would look at would be Shell and Aaron Joe from Lakeland Lake Gibson. I would say the more I would make the bigger push for is Brandon Shell from South Carolina. because he's a guy. He has Hall of Fame blood in him. You know, his son, his brother Uncle Art, played for the Raiders. You know, and that's a kid. You know, I'd love to have on the offensive line. So that's one to watch. But I think if we get on one of those, if we get another offensive tackle, don't think we need. But if we do, I think the one we'll go after highly is Brandon Shell. On the defensive side, the most likely guy we end up is Chichillo. He's a lock. Now, the other guys. Now, there are others I would look at because since we're going to move Mononcle over to end, I don't think we'll need an end as much. Newberry's going Florida or Florida State. Dubose would come here, except grades is an issue with him. Aaron Lynch from Cape Coral, Island Coast. He's one, you know, I'd be very interested to look at. But if I'm looking at Aaron Lynch right now, he's verbally committed to Notre Dame. Don't think he's going to decommit there. You know, so that'll be one that likely stays at Notre Dame. But if he decommits, he could be a player to watch here. But I think Aaron Lynch is going to stay put in South Bend. Clowney's likely going Bama or South Carolina. That's a battle there, though. He wants to visit us, so I think that's going to be, again, Bama, South Carolina. Linebacker, Denzel Perriman's a lock to us. The other ones I would look at would be Townsend and Grant, though Grant, I think, stays in Virginia, may go Virginia Tech. I'm surprised they haven't made a push for him yet. Lateef Townsend, South Carolina, I think he's going to stay put at home. You know, Clemson, South Carolina there. You know, Tony Stewart, I think, from St. Augustine is likely going Florida State, though Clemson's the leader there. But I think in the end, Stewart goes FSU. In the secondary, I don't think we're going to get Roberson. Roberson's likely going Auburn, maybe Florida State. I think we're out of it for Roberson. Jabari Gorman, I still think he's a strong lean our way, so I think this is a guy we will probably get Gorman. And I think we'll get one other guy on this list. Dallas Crawford, though I think Crawford's going to Florida, you know, with Watkins, you know. Now, as with Thurese, I think Thurese will be the one we get in the end. I think we're the strong favorite to get Thurese. I think we'll get and Terrell from Manassas, Virginia, though. I think Terrell stays. I think that's going to be a Virginia Tech battle for Terrell. Thurese is probably, I think we're the favorites to get Thurese right now. He's undeclared, but you know, with Terrell, you have Virginia Tech there. I mentioned Virginia, but I meant to say West Virginia Tech. But I still got to think in the end he will go Virginia Tech for Terrell. I mean, there's no way no way Beamer lets top talent in this state get away. And as for now I mentioned Curtis Grant earlier. Curtis Grant has Virginia Tech and Virginia in there, though we're in there along with Florida and Alabama. So really, Grant's going to be a Virginia Tech battle in the end there. Wayne Lyons, I still think we have a shot to get Lyons. You know, we're going to be in his. I think we'll be in his final five when he's said and done. So he's not sure, though. I suspect we will be there. Max Lang, probably he hasn't talked to our coaches. He wants to stay close to home. He'd probably go to Texas or Oklahoma. You got to watch him, though. It seems likely that he'll probably go Tampa more so than us. Probably go to USF. And that's pretty much it for the recruiting report for this week. I will be back, like I said, with the first preview of our 2010 opponents on Friday, August 6th. And as always, go Canes.